This is Christine Robinson from the Argus Foundation. With all eyes on the COVID-19 crisis right now, local government is still conducting business. So we thought we would make it easier for you to keep track of what's going on in local government outside of COVID-19 and what they're doing as of right now. So let's get to it. The school board was supposed to meet tomorrow for a work session and meeting. However, the Florida Department of Education on March 17th postponed all school board meetings until after June 30th, 2020. Meetings can only be scheduled by the superintendent for emergency purposes. The vacancy of the superintendent is a reason listed for holding an emergency meeting, but the meeting must be virtual and accessible to the public. As of right now, there's no indication of an emergency meeting on the school board's website. We thought we would also cover the Sarasota County Public Hospital Board since they have become extremely relevant during these times. They held a slew of meetings last week, and this week on Friday they will interview applicants for Central District Seat 1. There is a vacancy there, and they will discuss the applicants after those interviews. The City of Venice canceled advisory board meetings through this week. This past week, the Planning Commission was canceled, as was a joint City Council Planning Commission LDR workshop meeting. The March 27th City Council Capital Improvement Workshop meeting was canceled, and the next scheduled City Council meeting is shown for March 31st. There is no agenda listed at this time. The City of Sarasota shows all meetings for advisory boards and the City Commission canceled through April 15th, with the exception of the April 13th General Employees Pensions Plan Board of Trustees. That may be an error on their website. We will check on that. The City of Northport is extremely busy right now. They have tomorrow a 4 p.m. Fire Rescue District meeting. They will approve acceptance to the firefighters grant from FEMA for $360,000 to replace the city's 1978 stationary air compressor. This will replace the stationary tank with a mobile tank. The Road and Drainage District will have on their agenda to approve a contract amendment for $39,000 and change for a total contract of $325,452. This was as a result of a conflict with a proposed catch basin and stormwater pipe and existing 4-inch asbestos concrete water main. They also have on their agenda to approve a signal warrant analysis at Northport High, Spring Haven, and Butler Park. I got some more information on that warrant analysis. The West Price Boulevard and Northport High School, Heron Creek Middle School driveway intersections met the warrants, and the installation of a traffic signal is recommended. It is recommended that improvements be made to the curb, ramps, signing, and pavement markings, and that the Sarasota County Area Transit bus stop landings be reinstalled and revised to comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Consideration should be given to installing intersection and pedestrian crossing lights at this intersection. At West Price Boulevard and Spring Haven Drive intersection, that intersection did not meet the warrants for a relocated driveway or for signal warrants. They did recommend that signing corrections be applied to the intersection and that consideration be given to installing intersection and pedestrian crossing lighting at this intersection. At West Price Boulevard and Butler Park driveway intersection, signing, pavement markings, and curb ramp corrections be applied to the intersection to comply with the ADA Act. And finally, at the West Price Boulevard and mid-block crossing west of the study intersections, it was recommended that pavement marking corrections be applied to this mid-block crossing to comply with the Uniform Traffic Control Devices and Florida Department of Transportation Traffic Engineering Manual requirements. The Solid Waste District meeting for 4 p.m. was canceled. There is, however, a special commission meeting to approve group medical insurance change for city employees from Cigna to Aetna, and that would be effective May 1st. The City of Northport shows this Thursday's code enforcement meeting as canceled. However, tomorrow, the City Commission meeting shows a regular published agenda for a 6 p.m. meeting. On the consent agenda is an engineering agreement for $77,000 and change for the design of a city hall generator, and a contract for a community block grant for $191,000 and change, plus a contingency for a total of $210,343 for the Garden of Senses walking trail. Public hearings include a development plan for First Slavic Pentecostal Church, also a second reading on eliminating citizen opt-in under the Cross Connection Program, and a second reading on an ordinance amending the code on the membership of the Economic Development Advisory Board. First readings include an ordinance adopting the capital improvement element of the City Comprehensive Plan. Under resolutions for the City of Northport, there is a resolution authorizing the city to apply to and to designate the city manager to sign and execute the Florida Boating Improvement Grant. This is going to be used for restrooms at Marina Park. Finally, in addition to the charter officer reports, there will be a project updates for GovQA and Track It. The City of Northport also has a special meeting scheduled at 9 a.m. on Wednesday on West Village's items. They include an ordinance adopting the West Village's Village Pattern Book, resolution accepting transfer of ownership by special deed of property related to the wastewater treatment plant, and to approve the West Village's development agreement establishing system improvements in West Villages. This includes the method of reimbursement from impact fees collected. As far as the Sarasota County Commission is concerned, they are meeting tomorrow on Tuesday at 9 a.m. at the Ringling Boulevard in Sarasota Commission Chambers. There are 42 agenda items listed. Under the consent agenda section, there is a contract amendment increasing the not to exceed to $5,900,000 and change for site work for the South County Courts R.L. Anderson Building Remodeling Project to add courts to South County. That's been a long time coming. There's also an item on there regarding esketed lots in Northport. 206 were declared surplus, and this authorized the sale of 180 esketed county properties. Interesting, and under the county agreement with the city, 55% of the proceeds will go to the city, 45% will go to the county. Under the discussion section of the commission meeting, there is a item approving the lease and also several items for Moat Marine Laboratory at Nathan Betterson Park. There's an ESCO agreement, contract amendment, lease, easement, and agreement, and short-term lease that will be approved. Also, there under the discussion section for the county commission, there is the transmittal of the evaluation and appraisal report notification letter. That's usually called the EAR report. It's done every 7 years. Listed as items for consideration to be addressed are future land use, transportation, solid waste, and sustainability. There are also items regarding the commission reports. There are no items specifically listed under that. The county administrator will give a report, as will the county attorney. And that's the government report that for things that are expected to come this week. The Sarasota County Commission did cancel their budget workshop that was set also for this Wednesday. But other than that, those are the reports we have as of today. We will update you if we find more information. Stay tuned as we expect to be posting more videos in the upcoming days.